Someone is making the jump from the baby stroller to the big stroller today. Look at you in a big stroller. Mom's very proud.
Very proud.
They're all big. Let's go for a walk. Want to for a walk? Off we go. So it's week 1 of surviving the diet, and it is definitely the easiest week to start, but the hardest to finish without cheating. I started the week as I weighed in 266.8, which is the heaviest I've ever been, and I'm not proud of that. The goal this week was to just eat less calories, so I aimed for 1,400. I did not hit that one time all week, but I stayed under 2,000, which is an accomplishment. I was eating like 50,000, and now I got it under 2,000, which is impressive. So I'm gonna give you the 7 things that I learned in trying to survive week 1, and hopefully it'll help you survive week 1 as well. And at the end, we're gonna weigh ourselves, or myself, and I'm gonna try on the shirt and see how it all fits. But here are 7 things you need to know to get through week 1.
Number 1. Oh, tip. Let me come around. Tip number 1.
Okay, so tip number 1 is hunger. You are gonna be so hungry, and nothing's gonna help. Water's not gonna help, nuts aren't gonna help. Sure, that's gonna delay everything, but you're still gonna be hungry. So in order to avoid that, the only thing I can think of is to distract yourself. So you can do several things to distract yourself. You can take a walk. If you have a pretty view, you can do what I did. I actually read a book. Yeah, it's not one of those books that you brag about, but it's a book. Another thing I did was learn an instrument. I learned how to play the ukulele. We had one laying around the house. My daughter really likes it when you strum it, so I was like, all right, let's learn how to do that. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it. So now I can play like 3 songs. Forget what else I did to distract myself. Find something that takes your mind off your stomach. The baby's tired, it's getting windy, so we're gonna head back in, and then I'll give you tip number 2 to surviving week number 1. Tip number 2, eliminate all temptation from the house. I know it's hard. My mama didn't raise me that way, to throw things away that I didn't eat, but you can't have this stuff in the house because you know it and your stomach knows exactly where all that stuff is hiding. So it's best just throw it in the trash and walk away. Having those things in your house, you're gonna cheat. Which brings me to tip number 3. Tip number 3, you're gonna have bad days and you're gonna wanna eat your feelings. It's okay. Well, it's not okay. If you do it too many times, you probably should see a therapist. But every once in a while, it's fine. Sometimes we all end up on the toilet eating ice cream.
What are you doing?
Bravo.
And that's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're not gonna be perfect. The trick is to leave it to that one cheat. So if you're gonna cheat at lunch, leave it at lunch. Don't cheat at dinner because you think lunch ruined your whole day. The less you can eat, the better. So have your cupcake, eat your ice cream, grab your Cheetos, and just try to do better next time. Tip number 4, find foods you actually want to eat. I'm a cheesehead, so I've traded in my big block of cheese for just a tiny little fun size snack. This is only 80 calories. You can get a light version that's 50 calories. It's finding the things you like that you actually want to eat, but just lowering the calories a little bit. You're not gonna want to eat carrots if you don't like carrots. You're not gonna want all these things that you didn't want when you were fat. They don't magically become delicious. eat smaller and it makes you happy, it satisfies you. It gets you through those moments where it's midnight and you're hungry and you end up eating a whole pint of ice cream. If that's what you do, there's other ice creams that you can actually try that aren't bad. I tried Halo Top for the first time and it's like 80 calories per serving. Of course, it's not ice cream, but you know what? It gets the job done and it's gonna get me through. And that's what you gotta find. See how satisfied I am? This is a face of a satisfied person. Okay. Just where we go. Tip number 5. Tip number 5. Plan what you're gonna eat throughout the week. I am the opposite of the guy that plans anything. For example, this is the 3rd time I've shot this whole video. I've done a couple, the sound was bad, I forgot to turn the mic on, and now I have a baby. And I'm gonna be doing it with the baby. Hopefully this is the last time I have to shoot this. Plan out, maybe in your head, you don't actually have to make it. I would meal prep if you can. Just know that like, hey, tonight I'm gonna have chicken, and for lunch I'm gonna have a salad, and these are my snacks. It helps you not have to make that decision when lunchtime comes. You're like, oh, what do we wanna eat for lunch? Do we want Taco Bell, or do we wanna, you know, go home and eat? If you already have it made, you've already like planned on that's what you're gonna eat, you don't have to ask that question. You just go and eat it. Right, Lily? You know exactly what you're eating every day. It's the same stuff. Goes in and comes out. Looks the same every day. Tip number 6, track what you eat. Did you have a carrot? Yeah, it's 3 calories, but track it. Did you eat a whole cake by yourself? Track it. I know that your whole day's probably shot, but put it down anyway. Because when you put it down, you're gonna realize that that cake was 10,000 calories. And you're like, oh my God, if I could only eat 2,000 calories a day, that would be 8,000 calories less than I ate with just this one meal. So just log it, keep track of it. The fun shirt. You get to try this on next. My favorite app to do this with is MyFitnessPal. It's something that's been around for years, and you can see my progress over the years, and I just slowly get bigger. But it tracks your fat and your cholesterol and your calories. It's easy to use, and you can scan things, which makes it easy. Instead of you having to search and type, you just scan it, put it in, how much did you have, and that's it. That's the app that gets you started, but track what you eat. You're only hurting yourself by not doing it. All right, final tip, and we get to try on this fun t-shirt. All right, final tip. Remember why you're doing all this. Are you trying to get up the stairs without being winded? That would be nice. Are you doing it because you got a new baby and you probably want to stick around? Are you trying to get into a t-shirt? Whatever it is, remember the reason you started doing this whole thing in the first place. If you have to, hang naked pictures of yourself all around your house. I did it. I mean, my nanny doesn't like it, or my mailman, but you know what? It keeps me motivated, and that's all that matters. Do what you gotta do to stay motivated. Those are my 7 tips that I learned in week 1 of surviving this diet. Now let's go do the weigh-in for the week, and I'll show you how the shirt fits. 258.6, that's not bad. That's 8 pounds in my first week, and all I did was just eat less calories. I honestly don't know how that happened. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen in the week 2. Let's see what this shirt looks like. I mean, it feels a little bit looser. It's got like 8 pounds looser. I don't know. If you have any tips on surviving week 1, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. All the comments that I've gotten from you since launching the last video have been very encouraging. In fact, they've kept me on track because now I feel like I'm gonna let you down if I don't do it. So that's what's keeping me motivated on top of so many other things. Once again, thank you so much for following my journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next week, and hopefully you'll see less of me.